Hello students. So we were doing our play, The Proposal. This is last chapter of your book, First Flight. And today I'm going to start from page 149. Before I start today's lesson, let us recall what we have read. So here we have three characters, Lomov, Natalia and Chubukov. Chubukov's daughter is Natalia and Lomov has come to propose his daughter who is 25 years old, but rather than talking on the marriage proposal, they distracted from the topic as they started fighting or argumenting on a land issue. Those were the meadows. Both are fighting with each other as Lomov says that meadows are mine and Natalia says those meadows are ours. So they are fighting and their argument is not coming to an end. And finally, now we are talking about how they are still arguing. I'm continuing on page number 149 now, where Natalia says, "It's not true. I'll prove it. I'll send my mowers out of the meadows this very day." So she said, "No, as you are saying that those meadows are yours, those are not yours, those are mine, and I can prove it." How she will prove it? "I'll send my mowers out of the meadows this very day." Who are the mowers, beta? Mowers are the people or the men who cut the grass. As you can see in this picture also, a man is cutting his grass on right hand side top corner. So she said, "I'll send my men today to cut the meadows this very day." So this will prove, obviously, if on any land any person is doing anything, that means the person is sending somebody because the person is the owner of this land, right? So Lomov says, "What? Natalia, my Moors will be there this very day." So very confidently, she said that my men would be there this very day. Low move. I'll give it to them in the neck. So if he's like threatening, you can say that in case they will come, I will hit them in their neck. "You dare," Natalia says. Low clutches at his heart. Clutches at his heart means he is holding the area of his heart as if there is some pain in his heart. "Oxen meadows are mine, you understand, mine." So by holding on his heart part, he is speaking again that no, those meadows are mine and you need to understand it. Natalia says, "Please don't shout. You can shout yourself hoarse in your own house, but here I must ask you to restrain yourself." Now she's also not tolerating it the way he is insisting. So she said, "You can shout, no problem, but if you want to shout, you can speak in this rough voice in your own house. But here, since you are in my house, you have to restrain yourself." Restrain yourself means you have to stop yourself. Lomo, if it wasn't, madam, for this awful excruciating palpitation, if my whole inside wasn't upset, I'd talk to you in a different way. Yells, "Oxen meadows are mine." So he said, if it wasn't, madam, means if those this problem that I'm facing right now, that pain, severe pain, palpitation is when your heartbeat is running fast. So he said, as I'm right now facing severe pain because of the palpitation, if this wouldn't be, if my whole inside wasn't upset, I would talk to you in a different way. Means right now, I'm not fine physically, and because of that, I cannot talk to you the way I actually want to. So he again says, I would talk to you in a different way. Yells. Yells means he shouted, "Oxen meadows are mine." So he again insisted that those meadows are mine. Natalia, ours. Lomov, mine. Natalia, ours. Lomov, mine. So when they both were fighting or argumenting, in between, Chobukov enters. Chubukov, what is the matter? What are you shouting for? Natalia, Papa, please tell this gentleman who Oxen Meadows, uh, who owns Oxen Meadows, we or he? So as his father entered, she just wants to confirm from him that you please tell this man that whether Oxen Meadows are his or ours. Chubukov to Lomo, darling, the meadows are ours. So what he said, that these meadows are ours. Naturally, why her father would say no, those are not ours, Lomu. But please, Stepan Spanovich, how can they be yours? Do be a reasonable man. My aunt's grandfather gave the meadows for the temporary and free use of your grandfather's peasants. The peasants used the land for 40 years and got accustomed to it as if it was their own. When it happened that, so as he said, no, her father said that yes, those meadows are ours. Then Lomov says, but please, Stepanovich. So he was thinking or he was expecting that he would support, but when he also said that those meadows are ours, he said that please, how can you say this? Do be a reasonable man. Reasonable man means try to be genuine, try to be the right person. My aunt's grandmother gave the meadows for the temporary and free use of your grandfather peasants. So he again started justifying the situation by recalling the same dialogue, recalling the same things that he had spoken to Natalia, that my grand aunt's grandmother gave these meadows just for the times, for some short time, to use it without any cost to your grandfather's peasants. The peasants used the land for 40 years. Just because they used it for 40 years, no one interrupted or no one charged anything for the 40 years, and got accustomed. Accustomed means meta used to. So they used to use it as if it was their own. So that he is trying to tell, because nothing was charged, it was given them for just use, and no one was saying them anything. That's why you people realized, or you people understood or made it in this way, that those meadows are yours. Chubuko, excuse me, my precious, you forget just this, that the peasants didn't pay your grandmother and all that because the meadows were in dispute, and so on. And now everybody knows that they are ours. It means that you haven't seen the plan. So when he said about all this, about grandmother, about the peasants and all that, then Chubukov says, excuse me, you are forgetting something, my precious. So he's still in his, control. He's talking very gently. You forget just this, that the peasants didn't pay your grandmother and all that because the meadows were in dispute. Dispute means there was some problem, there was some, confusing statement, or there was some fight about that land piece. And now everybody knows that they are ours. Now it is clear that that piece of land is ours. It means that you have not seen the plan. Plan here means beta paper layout of any property, map. Lomo, I'll prove it to you that they are mine. So he's still insisting that no, no, I'll prove that those are mine. Chubuko, you won't prove it, my darling. He's sure that you cannot prove it. Lomo, I shall. Chubuko, dear one, why yell like that? You won't prove anything just by yelling. So he said, no need to shout. You cannot prove anything by shouting. I don't want anything of yours and don't intend to give up what I have. So he said, neither I want to take anything from you, and at the same time, I have no plans to give anything what I have. Why should I? And you know, my beloved, that if you propose to go on argument about it, I would much sooner give up the meadows to the peasants than to you. There. So he said, if you will still continue with your argument that those meadows are yours, rather than giving those meadows to you, I would better give those meadows to the peasants again. Lomo, I don't understand. How have you the right to give away somebody else's property? Now Lomo was also surprised to hear this, that how somebody can give somebody's property to other person. Chubuko, you may take it that I know whether I have the right or not, because, young man, I'm not used to being spoke to in that tone of voice, and so on. I, uh, I, young man, and twice your age, and ask you to speak to me without agitating. without agitating yourself. So he said, you may take it that I know whether I have the right or not. You can decide it whether I have this right or not. Because, young man, I'm not used to being spoken to in that tone of voice. So, because I'm not in the habit that somebody would talk to me in this way, I, young man, and twice your age. First of all, you are a young man, and I am twice of your age, and ask you to speak to me without agitating yourself, without in means you are speaking in this revolting way, and I tell you not to speak in this way, and all that. So he's trying to make someone like something that is untrue, and after all you are speaking to me in this way. So he's telling that first of all I'm elder, and the way you are speaking I'm not in the habit of speaking is listening like this. So you control your tongue. Lomo, no, you just think I'm fool and want to have me on. So Lomo said that no, the way you are speaking to me you feel that I'm a fool, and I'm just trying to make someone uh, believe that something is untrue. So it is not like that. You call my land yours, and then you want me to talk to you calmly and politely. First of all, you are saying the land which is actually mine, you are considering it yours. You are insisting me to believe that the land which is mine is actually not mine, is actually yours. And afterwards you think that I should talk to you politely or calmly. Good neighbors don't behave like that. Stepan Stanovic, you are not a neighbor, you are a grabber. So he said, in this way, no neighbors behave with each other. So he said, Stepan Stepanovic, you are not a neighbor, you are like a grabber. Grabber is who grabs something forcefully. Chubukov, what is that? What did you say, Natalia? Papa, send the Moors out of the meadows at once. Chubukov, what did you say, sir? Natalia, oxen meadows are ours, and I shan't give them up. Shan't give them up, shan't give them up, and shan't give them up. So she is very stubborn lady, as I told you in the beginning, that she is not ready to listen anything. She just kept speaking. Oxen meadows are ours, and I'm not going to give it. I'm not going to give it. I'm not going to give it. Lomo, we will see. I have the matter taken to court, and then I'll show you. So he said, no problem. I will take this matter to the court, and then I will show you. Lomov, sorry, Chubukov, to court. You can take it to court and all that. You can. I know you can. You're just on the lookout for a chance to go to the court. So he said, I know you can go to the court, and I knew that you are just searching for a chance. No problems. Now you see, students, that actually for what this play was written means what was the purpose of coming this boy in that evening dress. The purpose of coming was to give a proposal. And as I told in the beginning that they were in the habit of grabbing for the land, or they were in the habit of becoming rich by seeking ties with the rich people. So here is the example that rather than talking about the proposal, they both those are rich people, and still they are they are arguing about a small piece of land rather than talking about the important issue of the marriage. So he said, you can go to the court, no problem, and all that. You're petty fogger. All your people were like that, all of them. So he said, you are a cheater, and all your people were like that. All your people like that here means he's talking about his other family members. Lomo, never mind about my people. The Lomo have all been honorable people, and not one has ever been tried for embezzlement like your grandfather. So he said, no need to talk anything ill about the Lomo people. Lomo people here means the family of the Lomos. The Lomov have always been honorable people. They have always got a good respect in the society, and not one has ever been tried for the embezzlement. Embezzlement means beta theft, like your grandfather, the way your grandfather had theft. This way, never ever any person of the Lomov have done. Chubukov, you Lomov have had lunacy in your family, all of you. So he said, You all the Lomovs were in the habit of mad. You all have madness in your family, and you all are mad, Natalia. All. So she's also insisting, or you can say she's also supporting her father's statement that yes, they all are like mad. Tubuko, your grandfather was a drunkard, and your younger aunt, Nastasia Mihlinova, ran away with an architect, and so on. Now they both started talking ill about their families. So first he said about the theft of his grandfather, and now Chubukov also said that even your grandfather was a drunkard, and your grandmother, younger aunt, Nastasia, she ran away with the architect. So they started talking ill, Lomo, and your mother was humpbacked. Humpbacked means she had a round neck, round back. Clutches at his heart, clutches at his heart. Again, he hold his hand. Something is pulling in my side, my head. Help, water. So he's becoming again sick. So he's holding his heart and he's speaking that no, something is wrong, something pulling my inside, my head. So he's facing pain in his head. Chubuko, your father was a guzzling gambler. Guzzling gambler means hungry. Natalia, and there haven't been many backbiters to equal to your aunt. So she said that your aunt was such a gossip nature, such of gossip nature that no one can compete her. Chubuko, my left foot has gone to sleep. Beta, here I think there is a printing mistake. This dialogue would be from the Lomov side because it was Lomov who was continuously talking about his ill health as he was feeling pain in his heart or he was feeling pain in his head also. So here by mistake they have written Chubuko, but actually these dialogues are of Lomov. My left foot has gone to sleep. Here left foot has gone to sleep doesn't mean the foot has gone somewhere when generally we also face this problem, no? So his foot became basically numb. You are an intruder. Beta, intruder means plotter who creates something against someone, who creates fake stories. Oh, my heart, and it is an open secret that before the last elections, you, Brie, I can see stars. Where is my hat? So he became so much nervous, or he became so much sick suddenly that he was not able to speak anything. Whatever he was speaking, he was not able to complete the sentence. So he said, it is an open secret that before the last elections, but afterwards he could not complete the sentence. I can see stars. Stars here means because he was becoming, you can say, unconscious. So that's why he is feeling dazed. Where is my hat? So he was falling. Natalia, it's low. It is dishonest. It is mean. So even now, Natalia is not bothered about his physical conditions. So she's still blaming him that it is very bad. You are a dishonest man. You are a mean man. Chubukov, and you are just a malicious, double-faced intriguer. Yes, so even he said that you are just an ill-natured man and you are actually a intriguer. Yes, Lomo, here is my hat, my heart. Which way? Where is the door? So he is not able to control his condition, so he just wants to go out. So he's asking, where is the door? Oh, I think I'm dying. My foot's quite numb, so he's not able to walk. Goes to the door. So he finally goes to the door side. Chubuko following him. And don't set foot in my house again. So he's in such anger that he just warned him not to ever dare to come again in his house. Natalia, take it to the court. Well, we will see. So she said, we will take him to the court and we will see him. Lomo staggers out. Staggers out means he was in trouble to walk, so in a great difficulty. He finally, unsteadily, he walked out. Chubukov, devil take him. Devil take him here means that he is so angry that he just wanted and he shouted that he should be taken out by the devils. Natalia, what a rascal! What trust can one have in one's neighbor after that? So she's still talking that how bad he is, how cheat he is, that how somebody can afterwards trust somebody's neighbors. Chubuko, the villain. the scarecrow. So they are just talking ill about this man. He's abusing him. He's saying that he's a dummy of a human. I think what is the scarecrow? Natalia, the monster. First, he takes our land and then he has the impudence to abuse us. So she's saying that first of all, he had already shown that this land is his, and afterwards, he has the courage to speak such rudely with us. Chubuko, and that blind hand, yes, that turning ghost has the uh, con- confounded cheek to make a proposal and so on. What a proposal! So now you see that the man who was earlier talking, sometimes he was saying, my precious, my dear, my this, my darling, my angel. All of a sudden, this man is giving such adjectives to him. Sometimes he is calling villain, sometimes he is calling him rascal, sometimes scarecrow, and now he is saying to him that he is a turnip ghost. So, such contrast adjectives he has addressed to this same boy whom he was giving such lovely adjectives. And that blind hen, yes, that turning ghost has the confounded cheek to make a proposal. So, what he said that he was such a blind hen and he is a turnip ghost. These adjectives are actually said for his personality, that he's not good looking even, and even after that he has a courage to make a proposal and so on. What a proposal! So he said, with such qualities in him, he has the courage to come and propose. Natalia, what proposal? Chubuko, why he came here to propose to you? So he said, yes, why he came, don't you know, he came for a proposal. So here I am going to finish this lecture, and next lecture or next part of the chapter we will continue in our next video.